Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and every 4 to 6 weeks I like to go around the island and give you guys an update on all of the projects taking place down here. Now we did this video about 5 weeks now, and since then I asked you guys, are there any other projects you want me to cover? And so this video, we're going through some of the older ones to give you updates on those, and then some of the suggestions you guys had in the comment section. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. And I want to give a special thank you out to my Patreons on patreon.com. With their support, and you can help support too, I'm able to go ahead on Saturdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, whatever day of the week it is, and cover all these things for you guys. So if you want to support this channel and become a patron, click the link in the description below. Let's get started. And just a heads up, we have our Christmas sale going on right now where we're selling ornaments. We have a ton of different pins from Cape May to Wildwood to Garden State Parkway signs. This is our new ornament for this year. And we have a coloring book, which I absolutely love. It's perfect for adults and children. And we have, of course, the ugly Wildwood sweater. If you want to purchase anything, click the links in the description below. So I figured that I will start this video, normally start in North Wildwood. Now we're going to start in the crest and then make our way to North Wildwood. One of you guys in the comment section last video said, Joey, I noticed that fences went up around Icona Diamond Beach. What is going on? Well, it is a continuation of their project from last year. For those who don't remember, they added on this entire story last year. And they gutted the entire building and did such a phenomenal job on pretty much giving their white glove service to every single spot in the entire building. So now they're just continuing that project. Now they're knocking out all of the balconies. You can see up here, these are the brand new ones. They're gonna put those on every single balcony. On top of that, if you look at the original plans, it called for some kind of wedding venue slash an area where you can have different kinds of parties and things on top of here. So adding a third story up there plus a mini kitchen. So as you can look behind me, and I'll give you a little tour in a second, they started ripping down the entire top section, and it looks like they put down some kind of material, and they're gonna start building on there very soon. You can see what I'm talking about right there. They took down the lip of the top. They put a covering on it so in case it rains, it's okay. And then they're gonna build upwards. Now, I think I do have blueprints to show you. I'll put that here. As you can tell, they're still doing work inside the building. Every off-season, they spend a lot of money upkeeping this place. And as you know, they've got so many projects going on. They have one we're going to visit in a second, Mahalo. They also have the whole Cape May building they're going to build. They still haven't presented it yet, but it's going to be very shortly, which I hope that they're able to get through real quickly because it's going to be amazing for Cape May. They have what's going on in Avalon, and there was a rumor, there's still a rumor at the moment that they purchased another hotel here on the island. But let me flip the camera around for you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. You see it's exposed brick up here, and they're going to just add on top of it. Now, I don't know if they're redoing anything else. I'll reach out to them, but at the moment, the entire restaurant, everything's cleared out inside. Looks like they're going to put new railings. Looks like they have new concrete work here too. So yeah, they're doing a ton of amazing things. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on to our next project. By the way, this is the rumored property that supposedly they purchased. Not confirmed yet, but rumor. Now, funny enough, we just announced what this was actually about. It turns out that Icona had purchased this building and they're making it one of their other branded Mahalo hotels. That's right, they're building one currently in Wildwood, and while there's no blueprints yet, we're assuming that this motel will get the same theming and probably, hopefully, the same water park, because the other water park is gonna be really cool. So stay tuned for this project. Now we're out where the Bayview used to sit. Used to sit right behind me over here, and then became Brian. Of course, before that was Marion. And long story short is, a few years back, we reported that originally a developer wanted to build houses out that way. And while that never passed, these lots were individually sold off, and now they're becoming houses. You can actually see the first house being built right there. And if you look behind me, you can kind of see a little work's getting done. Looks like they've placed something out here, going that way. If you look right here, they actually have lines coming out here. Some of them are for sale. You can see some dirt being laid out here. But there'll be houses back here, and let me tell you, they will have the best sunset in the entire world. Because if you remember the good old days of when the Bayview used to be open, You come over here at sunset, oh, it was perfect with live music, you name it. So that's what's going on here. Anyway, let's head over to the next project. Next on our list is the old Singapore Motel, because last time we were here, they've done so much work. Literally so much work. It looks amazing so far, so I want to share it with you guys. Let me flip the camera around. You can see the beautiful siding, all of the beautiful brickwork, right? The stonework. Looks like they're working on the fences here. They're completely fixing up this building. It looks really good considering that, 3 months ago was a complete shell? Right? They're actually working right now on it. What do you guys think so far? Now remember, I did an article probably 4 weeks ago that they're actually selling these units. And let me show you what the actual finished product is going to look like. And here's the back side of this place. I don't think it has a name yet, by the way. So now you're probably saying to yourself, wait, Joey, didn't you skip a project? There's one more that you've been talking about for a while now, and if you're going from Wildwood Crest to North Wildwood, you're missing one. The Mark I and everything that's taking place over there, the Lampliter, the Oceanside. Are you going to go back over there? I will. The reason why I came here first is because I discovered something, maybe before I start filming these videos, I spent like a good 2 hours driving the entire island, just looking for things to include in these videos. And I noticed something really weird in the parking lot right over here. Let me share it with you. Do you see it? How about now? Yeah, that's the Mark I sign, is it not? The front piece is missing, but it's gone. If you're like me, you're trying to figure out how that sign went from down the street, it's like 4 blocks that way, to over there. I'm assuming that's probably the same construction company. Right? Let me get a little closer for you. And as you can see, I was right. The Mark I Motel. The original sign. I don't know what's going to happen to it. It looks like it's just going to get thrown away. But then again, why would they move it over here? Am I right? Yeah, it's a lot bigger in person. So now that you saw that, let's head over to the old Mark I. Now we're outside the old Mark I, and you can see by the looks of it, man, they are gutting the inside completely. See back over here, the wood exposed. Everything under there is open because it looks like they installed a new roof. They put new siding on. You can see all of this brickwork. It looks gorgeous. That sign we just saw used to sit right up there. You can see very small parts of the old Mark I. The blue, not too much of that is actually left. You can see they really are, they're spending a lot of money on fixing these up. And these ones are for sale. And we have a mock-up of this place as well if you want to check that out. And right next door, this used to be the Lampliter-Oceanside Motel. As you know from our previous videos, they completely leveled this place. Funny enough, this plot of land here is actually for sale. I know, kind of strange. But they've been gutting and fixing up this building as well. This used to be, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe that was the Oceanside, and this was the Lampliter. And so let me walk on the beach so you can see the other side of that place, because it actually looks decent. Walking on the beach, which it's weird to walk on the beach in December. It really is. But here you can see the other half. Look how nice it is. Last time we were here, they had the entire thing gutted. Oh, look at this, guys. It still says the Lampliter. I know, I hate when we see motels go. But this looks really good. And this is the Admiral Resort. You can kind of see that they boarded up all the windows. I've never seen that before. Maybe you guys have before. You let me know in the comment section because I don't know what's going on there. And of course, you know, this is the Ocean Holiday, aka Mahalo Wildwood, and construction has not restarted yet, but don't worry, we're going to keep an eye on this one. Now we're at the Taylor Scoop Park, and as you can see behind me, a lot of work has been completed. The entire middle section pavilion's technically going to be at. That looks like it's almost done. They ripped all this up, but don't worry, they're going to fix it. They're actually ripping it up all the way down. I'm assuming it's probably a sewer line. As you can see right here, the sewer cap. But let me flip the camera around for you guys. You can see all of this beautiful concrete work they just finished up. They put in mulch. The playground, I'm assuming, is open because, I mean, this is closed up so that you don't fall that way. But over here, look at this, guys. They did such a great job. All this beautiful stonework. And you can see right here, all the loose parts. I'm assuming this is where the pavilion's gonna go, their legs. But the park is coming together. It really looks great. What do you guys think? Though I do hope, the city, they planted all these brand new trees, but I do hope, and I kind of wish they kept some of the older ones. They were historic to the island, they were native. But they did a great job here. Wildwood Crest always does a great job with their parks. Anyway, let's continue on. Now I'm across the street from Duffers because behind me, they're ripping down this entire center. Yeah, the entire thing, literally they started about a day and a half ago. Mitchell's team came out here and just started ripping it completely down. It's always weird to see buildings ripped apart like this, but these used to be different kinds of offices. I remember at one point I think it was a doctor's office and a lawyer's office and a couple other things, but let me flip the camera around for you. Look at this, guys. Half of the building is gone. Look at that. A lot of construction taking place over here. Now, there's nothing on the books yet on what's going here, but don't worry, stay tuned. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Anyway, let's continue. Now we're currently at the Marvis Diner because there's a lot of things taking place over here. First of all, as you know, there used to be 2 houses back here, and they purchased that land and the lot and completely ripped it down. Because what they're doing is they're going to make an outside patio over here like they have on the other side, which means these spots here are going to disappear except for a few over here. And so they needed spots to put cars. And so this will become their brand new parking lot, which they kind of have been using. They put this rope up here. They added in some plants in the back. And they added a little driveway here. Now I'm assuming that they'll have 2 entrances. I can't really tell. So there's a lip here already. So they can put an entrance here and an entrance over there. So, by the way, they've got so many amazing things going on for them. I'm very excited for them for 2022 because they have this going on. Of course, the pancake house they have where the Star Diner is, which we talked about last time. But for our next thing we're going to talk about in this video, we're going across the street. And I want to get hit by the car. Oh, I'm joking. It's actually, there's no one down here. But behind us, there's another project that is taking place. And now, this is still kind of really early in the game plan, and there isn't much information going around. So let me tell you what we know. First of all, look at this beautiful house. This thing has been here. I think it was built in the 30s. Don't quote me on that. Interestingly enough, you're looking at it, this wasn't the original spot for this house. The house actually used to sit this way. Yeah, and then the owner decided to move it because this used to be very, very loud at one point. Now, what is interesting is, according to the public records, the folks that own Mud Hen down the street purchased this entire land. And they were in here not too long ago, and they cut down all of the massive trees around it. So we thought maybe they were going to be ripping down the building. But look at it now. I don't know. If they were going to rip down the building, they would have ripped down all of the trees. And now this was one of the projects that you guys suggested for me to look over. But, I mean, as of right now, if I look up, I mean, there's nothing to look up. When I go through the public records, we don't see anything for a demolition. I don't see anything for work. I don't know if he bought the house and they're going to live in it. It almost looks like they painted it. But I'm going to take it around to the other side because there's a dumpster, and it doesn't look like they're ripping it down. They wouldn't have gone ahead and put this much detail into this, keeping this part and getting rid of some parts. If they were just going to rip it down, they would have just started ripping it down. You can see how beautiful this house is. I mean, look at that stained window, the stained glass. And it's an oversized lot. You can see it has their own garage. And one thing I never realized because of the big trees is that next door, look at that woodwork. Right? You can see though that they took down the gutters. So maybe it is a sign that something's happening. Oh, look, see how the power is still connected? Normally if they're gonna knock something down, they have to disconnect that. But hey, if no one wants to move in, I'll move in, right? It's a beautiful house. Anyway, we're on Pacific Avenue, so we're just gonna continue all the way down because, you know, there's a lot of projects taking place. Now we're outside the Dragon House because, as you know, we've been talking about them ripping down this entire block, which was the Fairview, 2nd Street Annie's, and Empty Bottles. And look, it's all gone. Not only is it all gone, they already started construction on this entire property, aka the residences on Pacific Avenue. And of course, you know, we're going to talk about this project for many, many months to come. But they already started building the walls over there. All the concrete footers are in. And of course, I've got the drone video for you guys so you can check it out. Here you go. And how cool is that? This building is going to go up very, very quickly. Behind me, you can see, this is all the concrete work that's coming, all the bags of concrete. We've got all the cinder block here. They're building the wall over there already, which this is so quick. I feel like by the time that I put up this video, like this whole side's going to be done. Do you see? Look at this. It's going up so quickly. And of course, while we're over here, let's talk about the Shamrock, because there hasn't been much of an update in the terms of like what's going on with the property, but there is an update on the actual house. Because if you remember, there was a house that was raised up and the Shamrock was underneath of it. And they're in the process of moving said house off that property down back over there. And so they had to do a lot of work to get it ready. And they just lowered the house back down to its original, maybe not its original foundation. It's about like 4 feet off the ground. Before it used to be like, 12 feet? You can see what I'm talking about here. It used to be higher up, and they're gonna lower it down, put it on wheels, move these cables out of the way, and then roll it down to there. And of course, you know, we'll keep you updated on that because I want to see that. I want to see it. Anyway, let's continue down Pacific Avenue because we have those 38 dwellings that's taking over the property where the Trinity School used to be. And yes, the building is gone and we have the drone for you guys. This is going to be crazy because I've never seen an entire lot this big leveled before. Here we go. This is going to be so weird because I just saw it. Look at this! Oh my gosh! It's so weird. First of all, there's an echo. I don't know if you can hear that. There's an echo over here. It looks so weird. Obviously, we lost the house before we lost the school. But now, looking at it, it's insane looking. I mean, I didn't realize how big this property was. My gosh. As I mentioned earlier, we got the drone. We're going to put it in the sky for you guys. Here you go. I know. How insane is that? It's so strange looking. Anyway, we've got one more project for you guys that we're going to talk about today, and that is the Boardwalk Reconstruction project. Let's go because the sun is starting to set. And now we're on Oak Avenue in the Boardwalk, and just look behind me. How bizarre is this? There's no boardwalk. That's right, because currently Wildwood is going through a 5-year multi-phase project where they're ripping up the boardwalk, repairing the concrete work, redoing some of the cables, the wiring, remember the speaker issue we had last year, fixing all of that. This part of the project, phase 1, is costing about $4 million, and it was part of the New Jersey budget that Phil Murphy left for us. And thank God for Pete Byron, Mayor Byron, because he's getting this done. And all I can say is I will do a full-blown video tour for you guys another day, because the sun is setting and the skies are so beautiful. But let me flip the camera around for you guys. Look how strange this looks, right? You can see this is the part where the tram car will go on, and then the board's on the other side. So strange. Look at that beautiful sunset. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to go in because it is so cold. I am shivering. I totally left my jacket in the car. So, thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you on the beach. Just not right now. It's too cold. I'll talk to you later. Bye.